This is Tony Rican.
Hunter Cook here.
And today we're reviewing Amazing Spider-Man 2, The Rise of Electro. Runtime of about 142 minutes. That's what, 2 hours and 20 minutes?
It's about that. Now, Rise of Electro, is that what they're calling it in America, or is that in the overseas films? I know they do that with Captain America.
It's the subtitle, secondary. I don't know if it's going to be known as Rise of Electro or... Oh, okay. I just know that's the name.
We got a special screening of it, so we got to check it out a little early. But what'd you think of the movie?
I was going to go grab Maximum Clonage out of my comic book collection and read it. For those who don't know, go Google Maximum Clonage. I'll put a link to Wikipedia.
If you're actually a Spider-Man fan, you're better off not reading it, because it's pretty terrible. But we're digressing from the movie here. What'd you think of some of the acting?
I'll give you this. Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy, far superior to Kirsten Dunst's Mary Jane. Better actress, better look to her. The character's better, fleshed out. As much as overall I had problems with certain things, I did not have a problem with Emma Stone and Gwen Stacy. That's
right, and I can't think of her name now. Aunt May, Smokey the Bandit. What's her name? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I should have written some notes here, but you guys know who I'm talking about. She probably had the best scene in the whole movie, I think.
About 90 minutes in, Aunt May and Peter Parker actually have some real emotion. There's some real emotion, some great acting there. It's one of the very few times in the movie you feel like you're getting anything genuine out of anybody.
The comedy was pretty forced too in the beginning. I felt like Spider-Man is more fun. He's the guy. He makes all the wisecracks because that's kind of his defense mechanism when he's terrified.
I felt some of Spider-Man's lines. Spider-Man himself, I didn't have so much of a problem with his comedy. It's the comedy that happened in the world around him that to me seemed forced. Like everybody else was acting campy and goofy. I mean, at times I felt like I was watching a Joel Schumacher Batman.
There was a clock tower, if you want to go Tim Burton, too.
I mean, the pacing, like I said, we got to that Aunt May, Peter Parker scene, great scene, but that was about 90 minutes in, and I felt every second of the 90 minutes.
It's different, because this is a longer movie, along with Captain America, which that also is a longer movie, but the pacing is so different between both movies. And honestly, Captain America had a better sense of establishing, what's going to happen next, the foreshadowing and everything, really.
And even though Captain America wasn't just action, 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 you didn't feel bored at all. Whereas watching Spider-Man, I had moments where I was just twiddling my thumbs. I got up, went to the restroom. I didn't care because it was like, I'm not missing anything.
Well, they give you a little bit of Spider-Man in the beginning, and then they just make you wait for an hour and a half before you get anything else.
I just want to know what city they live in that has such an inordinate amount of accidents and just destruction happening. That where would anybody be if this Spider-Man guy didn't exist?
Have you ever actually been to New York?
No.
I've been there. I've been there twice, and any kind of scene where there's a car chase, walk around there down Times Square and actually try to imagine that happening. I understand it's a comic movie and it has to be exciting. But New York's like the worst place to try to get away in a car. You can't get anywhere.
I just can't. I can't in all good conscience. Okay, there's two sides to me. There's the fanboy side to me, and there's the guy watching a movie. Oftentimes when I'm watching a comic book movie, I have to separate the two. I have to say, okay, I have to put everything I know about comic books on the side and watch this for the movie. Is this a good movie? With Captain America, I was able to sit there and go, even if you took Cap out and you put Bourne in there, you'd have a great Bourne movie. If you put James Bond, it would have been a great Bond movie. And you put Cap in there, it was a great Cap movie. With Spider-Man, it doesn't matter that it was a comic book. It was poorly paced. It was slow. The comedy was forced. The dialogue, other than in 2 or 3 scenes, was mediocre. There were 2 scenes that really tugged at your heart.
I don't want to give spoilers away.
There's one that, we can't get the spoiler.
But they pulled the trigger.
They do. And I mean, it just gets you. And I mean... It's really well done, and then the Aunt May scene that we keep going back to is really well done. Other than that, I'm saying this one's a DVD rental. Wait for Redbox, wait for Netflix. You don't have to see this today.
It gets better as you go on, but you got to go through a lot of stuff to get to the better part. So
the last half hour, the last 30 minutes out of 142 minutes is worth watching. The rest of it is don't bring your kids. Do not bring your kids.
Your kids got bored.
They don't want to sit through this. I mean, if you can imagine a 10-year-old sitting in a movie theater who does not want to watch Spider-Man, and the only thing he keeps going, what was he saying? Horrible or terrible?
Oh, yeah.
Everything in the whole movie. Horrible, terrible, terrible.
And this is a kid that likes a lot of crappy stuff. Your son likes a lot of bad stuff.
He sits there and he plays Minecraft. He watches those Minecraft videos on YouTube, and he laughs for hours at those. He's entertained by somebody making a goofy voice on the overlay of a Minecraft video, but he couldn't sit through Spider-Man. He hated this movie.
What did you think about the little teaser at the end with X-Men? Did you like that at all?
Okay, so X-Men's has...
It's for Sony, right?
It's the rights are with Fox.
Okay, Fox.
Fox and Spider-Man's rights are with Sony. So even though the two companies are separate, what they've decided to do in this case, I believe it's Marc Webb who kind of oversaw things to get them together, is they're doing the typical Marvel tradition of putting a teaser at the end of a Marvel movie that leads to a next Marvel movie. Well, since they haven't started on the next Sony Marvel project yet, what they did is they took a couple minutes, about a minute?
If that. It was just a quick little teaser.
We do get to see a couple characters. I'm not going to tell you what happens, but we get to see Mystique, Toad,
Havoc,
and then two mutants that I don't know.
Which is weird because
I have 14,000 comic books, and if I don't know who these two mutants are, it's just a little quick scene to say, look, here's an X-Men movie, it's coming. See
Check it out. Do you think, is that so they can get a little more competition? Because I know they're worried about Marvel doing so well because they want to hold on to the contracts they have.
Well, here's the thing, is at the end of Captain America, they did show Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch in Captain America. That means the general populace, the general public who's watching this first exposure to Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are the Marvel versions. Now they're going to come back and have the Fox versions.
Oh, is that what they're going to do?
I'm thinking that was it, that kind of put it in there, because as long as Fox keeps pumping out X-Men movies, Marvel won't get the rights back. So any small jab they can take at them, I'm guessing they're taking.
Well, as long as they rewrite the wrongs of X-Men 3, I'll try to have faith. The threes, X-Men 3, Iron Man 3, what else was bad? Spider-Man 3. That was the worst.
Did you say X-Men 3? Oh, Spider-Man 3.
No, Spider-Man.
Iron Man 3.
Those were the worst. So it seems like when they go in threes, like if it's a Marvel movie, it just disappoints.
Stop hiring crap writers.
Well, who was the Iron Man 3?
Shane Black.
Oh, the buddy cop movie?
Yes.
Oh, well,
anyways, we're getting way off topic here. We'll hit some of these in DVD reviews.
So for the bottom line for that, the three movies I just mentioned, way worse than this one. So if you liked Iron Man 3, Spider-Man 3, or X-Men 3, you're set. Check this out. But if you were pretty disappointed, it's not as bad as those three movies.
I still, for me, this is a DVD. If we didn't get the screening and I had to pay full price and take my kids, I would have been much more upset with this movie.
I would have.
So this is a DVD, Netflix, Redbox. Don't spend the money.
If you're a 3D person, you might enjoy it though.
That's true.
The 3D effects with the Electro and all that was pretty cool. So, well, it would have been cool. We saw the regular. So,
anyways, that's it for today. We'll catch you guys later. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel.
Press like too. That would also help us out a bit. And share the video.
And we'll talk to you guys next time.
Thanks, guys.